Ahí va. Que tienen todo un pueblo aquí atrás. Los fanáticos estos.
The village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord,
Sefta
cleanse us
literal.
of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He is staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Let us be made pure. Let us be made divine.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report.
Me voy a sobar en el
Is there a
cine
reason
y
for
lo
that?
flipas.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter.
¿Qué dices, loco?
I've seen them at their prayers. Have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord.
Esto es lo que hemos dicho antes de los
I have
niños.
never seen before.
Esto es malo. Y hasta que no lo experimentas dices, pues igual no es tan malo. Lo que pasa es que luego ahí ya hay más balanza, más factores.
Reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different.
Ay.
It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream.
Convertirse en acásicos.
That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
Ayudar a alguien
I do, my lord.
a cometer
They would cast aside their wills and become a cacic.
daño
I know
contra
that it
su
may be hard to
persona,
believe, but
el
to
cual
these
puede
people,
provocar la
that is the
muerte,
very essence of salvation.
te
Forgive
vuelve
me,
cómplice.
my lord, but
Te
I
pueden
must
acusar
remain here.
de asesinato o de homicidio.
If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
Nada que ver con la eutanasia, ¿eh? No me refiero a la eutanasia.
Beneath the flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Aliecter. Recepción, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Oli, oli. Debe haber algún tipo de chico o algo, pues igual, seguramente. Vamos a ver. Muerta al sueño. Me estoy sobando, cada vez que hablan me duermo. Cada vez que se ponen a hablar me duermo. Pero por suerte evitando la gripe, los mocos y todo. Le llega. Me deja. Joder. Tío, que me está entrando por el tobillo. Es lo que me está reventando. Esto está hecho a posta. Estos rezan para que salga el éter y los conviertan en acásicos, 100%. Hostia, tu puta madre. Hola. Hola, ¿qué hay? A ver, Martina, cúbrete.
I've killed your kind before.
Titus. Te llamas Titus.
Nice try.
Quiero clavar esto. No. Eso va a ser. A ver, date quieto. Dale. Joder. Deja de cortarme el atraco. Ahora sí que te voy. A ver si nos vemos antes de que marche. No marcha. Ya estás mejor. Ya no tienes gripe A. Este parece el típico soldado con armadura enorme. Sí, es un ferrogante. Es un ferrogante. Hay varios. Es un ferrogante. Es. El lunes, estás perfecto ya. Vale. Hasta el lunes. Hoy no. Vamos otra vez. Bueno, que vamos al cine, hola, le he dado a esquivar. Eso es. Te voy a calzar A ti. Bueno, pues mañana o pasado, ¿quieres? ¿Quieres acabar el final? Sí, ¿quieres acabar el Resident Evil 8? Tranquilito con los llamas. Otra vez. Se va para el medio. Está cayendo el paquete. Muerto. Por Dios. Abrió el grifo, tío. Te digo que estaba librándome de los mocos.
Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord.
¿Esa se está convirtiendo en una casica ya?
When the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in, a duty to serve, was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Ah, sí, voy a cerrar ya. No me da tiempo a terminar las secundarias tampoco. Es que vamos al cine dentro de un rato. Voy a cerrar según sea... Ala, me voy al coche. Por eso he dicho hasta las 7. Que tú salgas de casa siempre a última hora... ¿Dónde van? ¿Ya está? ¿Nos vamos a dejar ahí?
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis. Welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them, and you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Qué sobada tengo. Otro recalco, tómalo. Perfecto. Trofeo.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's Alder as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then? Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Acclamación sigue persa. A ver.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the bloody outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Oof.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Vale. Otra carta y otra ahí.
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
¿Quién me ha enviado otra carta? Las escorias.
Should have seen him.
Ya hay escorias. No me da
Welcome
tiempo
back,
más.
Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
A ver. Llegó al torreón. Pasó en sigilo. Se cagó. Porque se cagó. Se hizo caquita con el dragón. Tú llegaste justo en ese momento para salvarlo el culete. Y mientras tú te pegabas con el dragón, él se coló el torreón, robó lo que tenía que robar y volvió. Quitando el hecho de que se haya cagado con el dragón, Pasar ha pasado la prueba. Claro, ¿el dragón tenía que estar ahí? ¿O lo del dragón fue aleatorio?
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
¡Ali, Pablo! ¿Qué tal los exámenes? ¿Cómo lo llevas?
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
¿Hoy has tenido uno? Te van a salir genial. ¿Cuántos te quedan por hacer? El viernes el último. El viernes que viene. Va, bueno. Un último empujoncito. A ver. Voy a ver esto. Lo quiero ver. El de hoy contento. Genial. De puta madre. Un fantasma con guadaña. Fua. Me cago en mar. Caballero del tesón inquebrantable. Frente a la puerta del penitente. Perdona, yo no soy culpable de lo que le pasó a Dios, no me jodas. Hijo puta. Pero bueno. Los guantes de Gengi. Pues ahora estamos con Myth.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me, this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear.
Correcto.
Now that I think about it, they didn't use it.
Es que no necesitaba el engranaje de la balanza. Eso era trampa. Ese engranaje me confundía.
You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
El engranaje.
Not
¿Dónde está?
exactly.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
¿Pero cuántas cosas os habéis cargado?
Good to know.
¡Putos niños!
I found it!
Joder.
Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Hostias.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see.
¿Le vas a poner alas al barco? Oh my god. Es muy bonito.
That should do it.
Quitado las velas. Me gustaba más el otro.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things.
Gran hombre mejor cis.
Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them.
Why?
A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Vale. Maqueta de barco volador. Bueno. Pues a ver. Coger otra aquí. Voy a coger todas.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
¿Puedo construirme ya la espada?
Yeah.
Hola.
So, what'll it be?
Me falta. El acero oscuro.
That it? Fine.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next?
Los oricalcos ya los tengo. A ver, otra carta. Estoy preocupado por Gil. O sea, Joshua.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Vamos a coger esa misma ahí. Voy a comprar.
Clive.
Aaron.
Going persuading you down? It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
Gaff?
Oh, you alright?
Something troubling you?
No
La
more than
leyenda
usual.
emplumada.
It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Vale. Pues nada. Lo dejamos por aquí.